And Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Packers go! Warriors Saturday.
To throw right away, here's Milrow. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
19, charge!
Out of the gun, they're going to run with Ncaa. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Panther first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
The zone read, give it to Neal. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll take this down inside the 35. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's third and long.
Cougar 19, let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Let go.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Going for it all. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Ready.
They'll go right back to Nixon. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On third down, here's a run by Nixon. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
So often, Mike, you can tell a team's decision on fourth down by what they call on third down. So I think after that third down run, it was pretty clear that, hey, even if we don't get it here, we're comfortable going for it again on fourth down, but didn't turn out to be the case because he's able to get it there on third.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
19 light.
That's good for Washington.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 7. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Wild Card Weekend. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
That is.
Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. And fortunately, a Panther was right there to get on it. So no turnover. They retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
We are through one here on Wild Card Weekend. 7-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Go.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. Big strides. Look at him go. He's to the 10. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 80 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Ray going to return it. And not the best of returns. He'll dive to the ground and just give himself up.
Ready, set.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. Now pass deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Harry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
So you take the field as a defense and you understand that the opposing team just gave up points. They want to grab back some of the momentum, some of the energy on the sideline. In the back of your head, you're saying, all right, they're going to take a shot probably within these first couple plays. Here they did it.
And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Daniel. They try to work the screen with Nixon. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a ball to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
That incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
The play is a turnover on downs.
Ready.
Milroe gonna hold on to this one. Oh! And he maneuvers his way forward. A gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Come on. Set. Let's go.
Out of the gun. It's Milroe. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Look wide. Get this one complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Loss of a yard.
So Dave Canales will bring in the field goal unit. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. The Panthers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's complete. It's taped down. And mark him down up beyond the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. Now pass deep from McLaurin. That is caught. And he will go all the way. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown Commanders. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of it.
Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And he'll take it back for the touchdown. What a tremendous mistake there. You want to secure the ball and give it to your offense, not give it up to the other team for a touchdown.
Yeah, I think this is the fine line that all kick returners face, Mike. I think they all want to be impact players. When they get the ball in their hands, they think every play can be 6. But sometimes you got to know when it's over. You've got to make sure at the end of this play, my offense is able to take the field and maintain possession. In this case, not only do you turn it over, you give them a quick touchdown on the other side.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
19 Lions.
On 1st down, it's Milroe. Bobby Wagner in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
Brings up 2nd and 20.
Ready?
At the 16-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Pioneers.
Milroe. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's taken down up past the 35. The line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Milroe. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
To the air, it's Milrow. Out to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready, ready. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
To throw again is Milrow. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Ready, ready.
First and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready. 60. Ready.
Again, it's Milrow. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took up way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typicly, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third down and 9.
Here we go. Buffalo 18.
Hey, we got to flip it up. We got to flip it up. We got to flip it up.
Milrow going to throw it again. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Ray going to return it.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Got it. Ready? 18, 5 years. 70 Rangers. 70, 19 tight. 19, 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Ready? Ready?
On first down, Daniels. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
60 Maverick. 60 Eagles. 60. Check. Bobcats. Check. Bobcats. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Now, the extra point. It's up and good. And the Panthers move back to within one. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ray going to return it.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 go.
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. It's It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down. So, first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
He's going to take a shot down the field. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Oregon. And good running on the return. That'll help him out. Gets the ball right around the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Okay, ready? 70 Lions. Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Check. Hurt. Hurt.
Now Milroe on first down. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game.
Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready up. Ready up.
On play action, Daniels. Run complete to Jalen Lane. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
12 yards. And the Washington first down. A gain of 12. And the Washington first
Now
down.
Daniels throwing on first and 10. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Washington.
First down. A gain of 14.
They'll throw with Daniels. To the outside, into the hands of McClure. And he's into the end zone yet again. Harry McClure, touchdown Commander.
Washington.
Saving his best for the playoffs. His third touchdown of the game. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play right after catch.
Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the jump. Here we go. Stack.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And the Panthers.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
46-yard line.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
That is caught out wide on the RPO, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
60 back. Ready. Knocking 18. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Milroe. He'll go right and find his running back. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
At the 41-yard
Try again. It's second and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 18, Rattler. 18, 18, Pioneer.
Throwing again, it's Milrow. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. An even 40 yards.
19.
They'll run here. It's Neal. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I may be able to get 1 yard myself. It's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize. This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
To the goal line and in. Ja'Tavion Sanders. Touchdown, Carolina. And even though it's just the third quarter, we're trying to draw even right here and go for 2.
19, Tiger, 19, Dragon 6.
From the gun, it's Milrow. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Ray going to return it.
The Commanders take over first down.
Daniels now on first down. That's going to be caught by Gray. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
These hit traps, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. Easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. This one is caught by Reed. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. A dive and a catch. Incredible. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Commanders first down.
1st and 10.
Ready? 70 line.
To throw is Daniels. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Go! 10 to 60.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
Got it. Ready? Let's go now. Ready?
The RPO. That one is complete. And he's going to be taken down to 37. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator is struggling with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. That's to the right side, and incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Here we go, shot. 70 Timberwolves, go.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. Still on his feet. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. So the field goal here gets you the late lead. I think you want 6 when you have it first down and goal. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Remember, a field goal takes the lead, but first and goal, you're thinking touchdown. But you can't lose yards on first down. It completely changes your approach now on a goal-to-go situation. Give credit to the defense.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight.
On third and goal, Milroe. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Panthers. A try here for the extra point. It's up and through. Panthers will up the lead to 5.
Panthers 33. Commanders 28.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Gray going to return it. And he's going to give himself up, dives to the turf. Bit of a strange return there. We're going to start with very poor field position.
Ready, set.
They'll come up for first and 10.
Ready.
Throwing now. Daniel. McClure open on the left side. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
First down, Commanders.
7 Pirates.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Buffalo 18. Back to 60. Pass.
Operating from the gun. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 47-yard
break.
line.
Carry now for Neal. And that's good run support on the end. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Ready. 18.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Up the middle, it's Neal. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Ready.
Right back to Neal. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second. Talk things over before third down. They'll drop to throw. Exiting the pocket right. He'll try to run for it. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, online. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Daniel. That's caught. That's Lane. And he's taken down up past the 35. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. And it's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
On the quick slant, they find Dell. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed. That was incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Left wing 19, back to 60, 18, right here. 18, level, 55, trap 60, trap 60.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
On the move, past the 40. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Viking 18.